Okay, thank you.
Have hot dogs.
So I've been doing a lot of research on geoengineering. Been trying to figure this out here. So the most one I've came across is this one. Assessing the direct occupational and public health impact of solar radiation management with stratospheric aerosol. Okay, it says I have to open access. This article is distributed under the terms of the Creative Commons Attribution. So that's where it came from. Alright. Abstract, the geoengineering. Well, first of all, I found out concept of geoengineering is not new and dates back to at least 1965. And also, what I also found on this here is the fact that human exposures to material used for the SRM could occur during the manufacturer's transportation, deployment, and post-deployment of these materials. In this paper, unless otherwise stated, inhalation is the primary route of exposure considered. Airborne sulfate exposures have been shown to range up to 23 mg/meter to the third in sulfuric acid plants. Additionally, high exposures to sulfuric acid fumes have also been noted to the petrochemical industry. Now, there's also, due to atmospheric circulation and gravitational disposition, large-scale population exposures to atmospherically injected SRM material will almost certainly occur after their deployment. Pollution exposures could also occur through ingestion of food and water contaminated with deposited particles, as well as transdermally. If you don't know what SRM stands for, here, I'll show that here to you. Solar Radiation Management. Now, that was kind of very disturbing there. There's a lot of health impacts on this. Lots of inhuman and in particular asthmatics, increases in specific airway resistance, or decreases in forced expiratory volume or forced expiratory flow for the primary response flowing, acute exposure to sulfur dioxide. Yeah, this is pretty nuts if you just keep searching. And then you come back here, excuse me, to the conclusion. Although there's a very little argument in the scientific community on the approach to SRM-related technologies, SRM has been identified as a potentially technically feasible and possibly cost-effective method of geoengineering to reduce or reverse anthropogenetically driven climate change. But even as much is being done to unravel the scientific and technical challenges around geoengineering, and there is substantial evidence that a host of adverse human health effects will directly result from climate change, very little has been done to describe the potential human health impacts of this emerging disruptive technology. We have described the potential occupational and public health impacts of inadvertent exposure to potential SRM materials and have also speculated on the possible health impacts of exposure to barium titanate using knowledge of similar nanomaterials. And that right there is, find it here real fast. I did print it out. Sorry about this. This is about what I do. Alright, that barium titanate is the inorganic compound with the chemical formula BaTiO3. It's a white powder and it's transparent as larger crystals. This titanate is a ferroelectric ceramic material. Right. Ferroelectric. Hold on. I got all this stuff here. Is a special group of materials that have ferroelectric properties. The strong dependence of the dielectric constant of temperature, electrical field, the presence of hysteresis, and others. Doesn't give you too much on that word, but it's a ceramic material. And that is what I think is nuts. I found a lot of other things, like evidence of coal flying ash, toxic chemical geoengineering, but that says it's been retracted, so I don't know if I can share about that. This one's human environmental damage proposed by ongoing global tropospheric. Yeah, if you build it, they will come. Unintended future uses of organized health data collections. I kind of have lots of stuff here. Nanotechnology and inside of medicine. And yeah, so that's why I share about the clouds. Because if they're spraying all this aluminum and everything in there, and you go out and you get yourself a vaccination, that can't be good. Or you go out and you're eating it, everything. The worst you can do is breathe it in. So everybody who believes in this chemtrailing should wear a mask. Maybe people will realize once everybody's wearing a mask all day long, there is some problem out there with what they're spraying. Thank you for listening. Have a great day.